Hey, Diamonds, what's going on? So I watched the latest episode of Vanderpump Rules, and when I tell y'all that Raquel has lifted her goddamn mask and that bitch Rachel has entered the season, baby, chill. Let me tell you something. Rachel has come to play chess and not checkers. Do you understand me with these bitches, baby? So you know they went to Vegas, right? And so LALA was kind of crushing on Oliver, right? So Rachel, that's Raquel when she drunk and she don't give a fuck and she's standing up for herself. That's when she become Rachel, right? So Rachel go on the dance floor and start making out with Oliver, right? So you know that it pissed the LALA off because LALA gonna say, well, let's be clear. If this was a competition, I always win. Yeah, I don't know, LALA, if you would have won this round because Rachel snatched him right on up, okay? With that being said, so they all get to the room, right? And so Rachel is still drunk from the club, right? So they sit down in the bed, and so LALA was like, yeah, Raquel, I just wanted to tell you, like, I could just tell when you get drunk, I don't want you around. I can't trust you around my man. And Rachel said, well, thank God you don't have a man, so you don't even need to worry about that. She pissed LALA completely off, right? So, you know, LALA at this point was like, bitch, get out my bed and go to sleep. Right? So the next morning, right, LALA gonna ask Raquel, like, do you remember what you said? Any of the things that you said when you sat in this bed last night? And so Raquel was like, well, I don't remember what I said, but I know I said something very offensive. That's because you know exactly what you said, Rachel. You knew exactly what you said. You remembered, bitch. You remembered what you told LALA, right? So LALA gonna say, yeah, well, you said something very offensive, not only to just me, but to women everywhere. No, it was just to you in that moment. That's just was offensive to you, okay? Because she told you, thank God your ass didn't have a man, so you ain't got to worry about nothing, girl. LALA, she wasn't that Bambi-eyed bitch that you was talking to a couple of seasons ago, bitch. Rachel has came to play chess with you, bitch. Do you understand me? She is not playing with you this season, right? So LALA was like, yeah, you said something very offensive and I don't appreciate that. And so, you know, Raquel was like, well, you know, I didn't mean to offend you. You know, I was drunk and I was saying what I meant at the moment, right? So LALA was pissed the rest of the day, right? So they all go to dinner with Charlie. They meet up with Charlie. So, you know, Charlie like, well, what's happening? What's going on? Give me the tea. What did y'all do? You know, and so everybody at the table was like, well, yeah, you know, we went out to Disco Pussy and Raquel made out with Oliver, right? And LALA gonna say, well, let's be clear. I gave her the green light. Right? So, you know, Rachel is looking at LALA like, yeah, okay, you gave me the green light, right? So, you know, Rachel, she was like, listen, first of all, I don't appreciate you trying to tell me that I don't have respect for people relationships. You understand what I'm saying? But when you were sleeping with James, right, let's be very clear, I was with him, right? And LALA was like, well, I was drunk when I was messing with James and I had sex with him. And so, you know, Rachel was like, well, okay, well, I was drunk when I was kissing Oliver, right? And I'm just saying, it's very hypocritical of you, bitch, to tell me how I don't respect people relationships because you sitting up here defending Katie, because you know LALA trying to pick Katie battles and try to defend Katie like Katie can't defend her own self, and Rachel ate her ass up, right? So Rachel was like, okay, well, I just figured that you shouldn't be trying to tell me shit about nobody respecting nobody relationship, bitch, when you don't respect nobody relationship, right? And as a matter of fact, while you sitting here condemning me because, yeah, I asked Swartz to make out with him, you understand what I'm saying? And LALA gonna say, well, let's be clear. You didn't make out with him because he said no. It wasn't like you said no. And so, you know, Rachel was like, well, okay, whatever the fact is, you trying to condemn me, bitch, but it was just a couple of seasons ago you was trying to defend yourself when everybody was condemning you about being Randall's mistress. Baby, when I tell you she pissed LALA up, LALA got up from the table and exit stage left. Child, I said, see, Rachel has entered the season. Raquel put on that goddamn facade this whole entire time when she knew she was a goddamn savage named Rachel. Do you understand me? So LALA got in her feelings and she left, right? Because she was feeling some type of way because she don't like when people call her a mistress. But LALA, okay, right? So you know, Raquel was like telling Charlie, like, well, I'm gonna just leave because I think my real friends is back, you know, in California. Swartz and them, girl, it ain't Swartz, it's Sandoval, right? So she was like, I just think it's better that I should leave because I thought, you know, when we had that moment in the car, I thought LaLa was, you know, me and LaLa was gonna be cool. You don't like LaLa, and you're trying to get LaLa back for sleeping with James when y'all was together. Do you understand me? And LaLa, you can't do shit with Rachel. You can't do nothing with her, child. So with that being said, so Raquel tells the group, like, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. You understand? Because I just feel like I'm not welcomed here. You know, the vibe is just different. LaLa was like, well, yeah, it is different. So you should leave. And so Raquel, aka Rachel, said, okay, but before I leave, let me just say this, bitch. I believe that you are just mad because you liked Oliver. He didn't like you. He chose me over you, and you got a problem with that. And LaLa was like, no, you called me a mistress. And Raquel was like, but you was a mistress. And everybody thinks she trying to get back to Swartz. She trying to get back to Sandoval. Child, she got to that party and scoot over to Swartz. Now looking at it in different lens. Child, Sandoval didn't like that. But I'm watching.